Okay, check this shit out. I have no idea what's happening here. Put on the brakes. I separate. So far, so good. We send Langer Kerman out to climb on the vehicle. Just an airplane. Nothing abnormal about it as far as I can tell. I have him board. And then the whole thing just explodes. For reasons I do not understand. It's actually knocked him toward the ocean there for quite a considerable distance last time. He survived this time. But I have no idea what's going on there. Okay, just thought I'd show you that. Here, check it out again. This time I'll keep Langer in the cockpit and just separate this. Decouple. Wait for it. Oof. Have no idea what's going on there. None at all. Okay. Greetings, humanoids of the internets! My name is Bob, and this is episode 92. I think I got that right. Let me check. Just so I don't believe I actually got that right first time. Yes, episode 92 of Journey into Space! It's all become rather an exercise in excess at this point. This is the mobile moon base. It'll be the heart of the colony. It's not simply a moon habitation center. It's also a Kethane extraction center, and it's mobile, so it should be able to refuel itself and move itself somewhere else if needed. As you can see, it's quite a monstrosity. It's just all become an exercise at this point of finding the biggest, most outlandish thing we can and trying to find a way of pushing that sucker into orbit. This is certainly that. Starting at the top, we got a docking port. I don't know why I even have that there, just because. A robotic control, because I need to control it robotically. A Kethane generator, a cupola module, a SAF, a battery, ginormous battery, a ginormous Kethane converter, 2 habitation modules, 4 Kethane tanks, 4 of these tanks, a skipper engine, and 4 of these tanks, and 4 miners. So yeah, it's all become excessive. So, but anyway, the idea is that if we extract the Kethane from one spot, it's all dried up or whatever, we can just pick up the base, move it somewhere else. Yeah, sure we can. Yeah. But the plumbing on this is a little bit complicated, so I want to test it on extracting Kethane before I get it to the moon, because there'd be nothing worse than getting this thing to the mun and then realizing that the Kethane plumbing doesn't work. So with that in mind, we're going to launch this thing to a spot of Kethane on Kerbin, land it with parachutes. Yeah, that should be interesting. And test out its Kethane extraction capabilities. Yeah, could be fun. Could be deadly for whoever's in the little cockpit there. So let's do that. I don't know if we'll actually have time. Probably won't have time to actually launch this thing to the moon this episode. This is just sort of testing it out, going through a little testing phase, because it's a monstrosity and it needs testing. Okay, kind of hard to tell because it's first thing in the morning in Kerbal world. There's most of the Kethane on Kerbin is over water, which just kind of makes things difficult. There is a small patch of kethane over here on land, so we're going to attempt to fly this thing over here near the North Pole and extract the kethane. That's sort of northwest. So that will be sort of over here somewhere. Okay, SAS on, throttle to maximum, and 3, 2, 1, go. It flies. I'll be goddamn diggly damned. It some bitch flies. Alright, let's take a look at our map. Yeah, we're about to run out of fuel though. Okay. Let's get heading back in the right direction. Sort of northwesterly. It doesn't want to stay on course. A little bit unbalanced, perhaps. Okay. Let's go ahead and work on that a bit. Okay. That'll maximum. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, fudge. Staging. It matters. Alright. Oh, I always love those random explosions. Yeah, buddies. Why does it say I'm going the wrong way? Huh? I'm really going the wrong way now. Yep. Let's try that again. Okay, well I've discovered something important in all this. That important thing being this thing is drastically unstable. Just drastically unstable. Gear down. Oh well, at least we could. We'll try out the parachute anyway, just for grins. I'm afraid I have to do a redesign. Yes. It's too tall is what it is. We got too much weight up here. It doesn't really have enough thrust to get very far here on Kerbin. I'm at full thrust and it's still falling. Oh no, it's picking up now. Yep, gotta redesign. Probably need to redesign a little bit more in a humble way, not quite that extreme. Well, we're kind of heading in the right direction. Of course, we got a long way to go, and we're not going to get there. But we are heading in sort of the right direction. Okay, yep, maneuvering was a mistake. Yep. Maneuvering was a big mistake. Okay, we're out of fuel. Excellent. Now we'll test the parachutes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go with a much less ambitious design than that. Patton, how you feeling, buddy? Are you looking pretty happy? Well, yeah, just another day at the office. Just more of the same bullshit. All right, pop the drugs. Actually, pop out all the parachutes, so the drugs will engage first. Okay, drugs. Anytime now. We need the drugs. Patton's not gonna live if you don't work. Yeah, he knows it too. It's like that look. Okay, drugs work. How far away from the Kerbal Space Center? Not far. Not far at all. Well, you got a little summer house now, Patton. You just take him out here when you need to get away from the Space Center and, chill out. Imagine that you're extracting Kethane. It's the Kerbal Space Center summer home. All right, we got all parachutes are good. Still dropping at a respectable rate, though. Here we go. Still going almost 15 meters a second. Could be interesting. Boink. Oh, and Patton died after all. After all that, Patton died anyway. All right. Well, let me build a less strange colony base. Okay. Here we have our more modest Mun base. Still has all the same capabilities as far as being mobile is concerned. Oh, I don't have an SAS on this thing. Probably need to have that. I'm just going to test and see whether it will take off at all. I'm very doubtful whether it will. Nope. not taking off. Doesn't mean it's incapable of landing, because well, one thing, it'll have much less fuel when it's doing the final touchdown. And of course, the Mun's gravity is much less. Still, it's not like I've got a lot of extra thrust to waste here. I don't know whether I need to go with a bigger engine or not. I could park some engines on these, but of course these are going to get drained before it gets to the point where it's actually landing. Not really. I want to cut down on that. So maybe should I go with a with a what the hell they call them, skipper engine? I'm guessing this is probably going to be enough. Although sure as hell is not showing any signs of any kind of vigorous activity at the moment. And then the fuel tanks are almost empty. It's not showing any signs of actually wanting to get up off the ground or anything. Maybe I should go with the skipper engine. I mean, it is pretty heavy. After these big old drills, those are 4-piece. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Testing it with the skipper. It definitely seems a bit more wobbly now than it did before, because of the weight of the skipper engine on the bottom there. But let's. Now that worked. It's got enough power for sure. Or maybe we gotta land this thing, because I definitely don't have any parachutes or anything. Skipper engine is not as efficient as I would like. A little landing test here. Yeah, a landing test is a success. That's certainly much rougher than I would ever do on the Mun. I guess we'll go with the skipper engine. It's actually almost overpowered in a sense, and a lot heavier too. But of course, it's nice to have that oomph, you know. Not have to worry about do I have enough thrust to land, especially since the Poodle engine wouldn't even take off with the fuel tanks almost empty. Doesn't bode well. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, this is the rocket that will launch this monstrosity into space. It's big, yeah, but it's a big base, and although not quite as big as my previous one. I'm going to go ahead and do the launch on the next episode, but the next episode is probably going to be very shortly. So I'll just get this one done, and spend some time with Generalissimo Comrade Mango. Comrade Mango wants an audience with me. And then next time, which I may get the next video out as early as tonight, we'll actually launch this thing and get it to the Mun and land it maybe. And yeah, I did go with it went ahead and went with the skipper engine because it's going to be good to have that power, and then I'm going to use that power. These are just fuel tanks here. This is after all these orange stages drop, but it'll be these fuel tanks and the skipper engine, and that'll take us the rest of the way we need to go. And so I'm using that as sort of a mid-stage as well. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And we shall launch it next time.